Hello, and glad to see you here. Today, I wanted to talk about something different than I had planned because of some stuff that I've been dealing with. And so I just want to share that today and also to talk to you about something that might help you and you might already have in place. We've talked about this before, so it has to do with when stuff happens that's beyond your control, like today. So if I sound a little funny or if I look a little funny, that's my beyond my control thing. And if you have something that's happening beyond your control, do you have a backup plan? Do you have a DMO that's awesome enough to take you through it, as far as you've got priorities set on things that you can switch around or move to wherever you need to later in the day, another day, whatever? Uh, and I want to talk to you about this because this has happened. I made plans, and the plans, like yesterday, just kind of fell through. But still, I was able to do some of the things that I needed to do, and then just kind of keep going because nothing's perfect, but we can do the best that we can to have things set up so that we can do the best that we can. So before I go any further, as you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know what you think about this topic. Let me know what you have as far as your daily method of operations or your DMO. How do you set up and plan for when things don't quite go the way that you plan for them to go, the way that your day should go? Because sometimes things just happen, and sometimes we plan ahead and think we've got everything covered, and some things happen and we find out that it's not actually all fully covered as well as we'd like. So let me introduce myself. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to use social media to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. I do this in a variety of ways. I use attraction marketing, lead generation, and video marketing. I also use giving updated, modern, and trending strategies and tips to help you to be able to move forward in your business. So basically, that is what I do. And whether you're catching this live or on the replay, like I said, let me know where you're coming in from, who you are, and what you think about this topic that we're covering today. And hopefully this will just help you not to take things out on yourself, beat yourself up. I've learned that that doesn't help anything, it only makes things worse. And so anyway, let me go on and get started. So I had plans to, this was a scheduled procedure, oral surgery, and I don't really like to go to the dentist, but I've learned that that's a part of life. It's stuff that we have to do. And so, it's just there's nothing to do about it but do what you got to do to make it through. So I had a scheduled oral surgery, and I had my brother, all set to go to take me because I had to take medication before I got there, and so on. And so I get there and go through some issues with the front desk, make it through that, sit down and wait. Then they take me to the back. And, so I get all these instructions and what have you. The procedure is done. And then my brother, brings me home after getting me some soft things that I can eat, because they said cold and soft, especially for the first 24 hours, and so on. So I'm having pain now, but it's not severe. It's just one of those things that's distracting and annoying. And it's not where I just want to lay on the floor and start crying, but it's to the point where it's just very irritating and annoying. And you touch certain things with your tongue and you just like, oh, and you want to just kind of yell or something. But anyway, and it doesn't last for that long. It's like by the time you get ready to yell, then you've moved your tongue and it's not as bad. So anyway, So I had everything set up basically to how I was going to do this. I was going to take Friday, Saturday, Sunday because the surgery was Friday. I was going to take Friday, Saturday, Sunday off and allow myself that time, which is also something that they recommended from the dentist office that I went to, who did the dental surgery. And his nurse or his technician or I wasn't really sure, but she was very knowledgeable, very helpful, and sent me home with a whole bunch of things that I needed just to help me out and make it through those few days. And and so it's one of those things where, I wasn't feeling anything, for a while, and then I could feel when life started coming back into where they had numbed me that I needed to start taking my pain pills and I was already taking my antibiotics. Well, okay, so I make it through that. I make it through the 3 days. I'm in bed nodding off and on and what have you, for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tried to sit up some Sunday, and it was just kinda cumbersome dealing with it. So Monday, I'm like, "Okay, I'm up and at 'em. I'm in the computer. I'm doing good," because my business is online. So I make it through, and I think I'm making it through, and I'm just having this where I can't focus, on what it is that I'm doing. I couldn't get myself together. So as I'm going through this, I finally realized that, and this was a day that I had basically counted on me being able to be functional and do the things that I have on my DMO to do. But I wasn't able to do that. And I was doing certain things. And then after a while, I thought, okay, pain medicine's not working, whatever. So I decided to try something different. And I did that. And the next thing you know, I ended up, I want to say it was like after 5 or 6. And I had been dealing with this pain all day. So I decided that I was going to, just do what it was that I felt I needed to do and then lay down for a little while, get my feet up, lay with a warm pack on my cheek and, whatever. I didn't wake up until 2 in the morning. And I was so done because I had things that I still wanted to do. It didn't cause anybody, I think, any overall pain. There were some things that I needed to do, but I found that I could do them later. So my backup plan was all ready to go. Like I said, over the weekend, I was ready and had everything, that I could do. And then even when you have your backup plan, sometimes stuff still, that you don't expect will happen because I didn't think that the pain would continue and get worse, and which is what it kind of does, but it is. And my DMO was very helpful. It was one of those where I set priorities. I know some people do it differently. Some people they'll have priorities, but they may have different DMOs. So this is their scale back DMO for when they're having trouble, and this is their full DMO for when they're not, and they're doing what it is they need to do. So everybody's a little different in how they do it, but I chose to do priorities, and my priorities are one is needs to be done. Two is maybe moved down in the day, but maybe still needs to be done. Just depends on what it is. And then number three are things that I can move off to the next day, the next week. It just depends on what it is. So anyway, I liked having the ability to have priorities, so I did do certain things during the day. I had planned to come back and do some other things once I laid down with the warm heat pack on my cheek, and also I had went on took the pain medicine as well. And well, I just did not expect to not wake up until 2 a.m. And so then I went back to sleep and woke up this morning, and the pain is there. So I'm going to tolerate it as long as I can. I'm still going to keep doing what I can get done. And I just wanted to let you guys know that, sometimes even though you make plans, things don't actually go the way that you expect them to. Um, and because I haven't had dental surgery and I don't know how long, got stitches and stuff that I never really had before, and so I'm dealing with something that it was basically I thought I knew what was going on, but an unknown, and a little bit out of my control. Let me just go on and say out of my control because yesterday was definitely not something that I expected, and how things went. But having a DMO, having your daily method of operation, and doing it in a way that's going to be able to help you when things do happen out of your control. There's always a way to be able to get through that and make it to the next day, and then also continue looking at what you're feeling, what you're going through, and the amount of pain you're dealing with. Is that going to really help you to be able to maybe talk to people or start a conversation? When you're able when you feel like the best, then you can do that the best. But there are times when you might just want to say, okay, well, not today because I'm having pain and I might be a little bit irritable and I don't want to, I don't want to talk to somebody when I'm having that kind of issue. So I hope that this was helpful for you, just to know that having a DMO that you can have as a backup plan, or having a DMO where you set priorities and those priorities allow you to change things, move things around to as well as a backup, to be able to help you to be able to do the things that you need to do, want to do, and need to get done. And when things happen and you end up, like I said, I took my pain medicine and did what I felt necessary. And I also did the warm pack, and had no idea that I would sleep through, from 6 till 2 in the morning. So, and 2 in the morning, it was starting to hurt again. So it wasn't, like I could jump up and do work at 2 in the morning because my daytime starts at depending on where you are in the world. For me, that's in the middle of the night, so anyway, I hope that this gives you a little bit of something to know that you need a cushion, and make sure that your cushion works for you. And even though you do the best that you can and you think you've got it all covered, sometimes pain and other stuff, swelling, and depending on whatever it is that you're dealing with, it may not even be surgery, it may be something else, it may be family, it may be different things happen to us, and we have to be able to do what we can do the best that we can do and keep it moving. So basically, that is all I have for today. And I just wanted to cover this because this is happening to me right now, and I'm dealing with it. I'm doing the things on my list now as the pain is still here. And I will do what I have to do even later on to this evening. I'm just going to do the most important things that I can get done, and then keep it moving. So take care. And today is our day for being on Facebook. Not Facebook, I'm sorry. Clubhouse. And Clubhouse has changed around a bit. So we're still, working on learning what it is and how it is and how it works. But we're still going live, and we're still in Clubhouse every day. Today, for me, it's going to be at 5:30 p.m. CDT, so Central Daylight Saving Time. So look it up and see what it's going to be for you, and come join us. It'll be a great time. It'll be a good time of learning and sharing of information for people like me, that are out there dealing with stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I see time is steadily passing. So take care, and no matter where you are in the world, do the best you can do for you, and the best that you can do to help others, and just do what you got to do to get through it, and take care. So talk soon. I'll be live again on Thursday. Bye now.